Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Carolien and this is episode 114. You can find me online everywhere as Carolien, Instagram, Facebook, Ravelry, Ko-Fi, Pinterest, the works. You can find me there. I have a web shop, colourfulcreativity.nl. I have 2 cats running around at the moment, so no clue what they are up to this week. And well, I guess it's welcome everyone. Welcome to all new viewers. Not sure this is the episode you want to watch first, but I'll get to that in a sec. And welcome to all returning viewers. Thank you very much for sticking around with me. And yeah, I'm going to say a little trigger warning first. Because in this episode I will be talking about a death in the family. So you are warned. If you keep watching, get your tissues. And if you're not one to watch that, that's fine with me. I will talk about it at the end. I will not do it on the front because I was like, yeah, let's just keep it to the end. And yeah, later, more about that. It's not the happiest episode. Right, what is happy is this hat I finished. I think last time I spoke about the goals for February I had. I wanted to finish a few things. So at the beginning of the month, I will make some goals of what I want to do in that month. And mostly whips, just a few new cast-ons here and there when necessary. And then just at the end of the month, do a recap of what I finished of the actual goals. Well, I actually finished the hat for my godson. And this is a freestyle hat. Basically, I cast on 100 stitches. It fits me tightly, which is good because it's for my godson and he is turning 12 in 2 weeks-ish. I marled 2 yellow oranges together all the time and I kept changing the yarn. I will show you the inside because I was a good girl. I already wove in all the ends. I did that on the go, so at the end I only had a few left to weave in. Yay me. If you know me, you know my hate of weaving in ends. So it is done in time and I really hope he will like it. I mean, the weather is glorious. We've got 18 degrees Celsius. After the blizzard we had with minus 18 degrees Celsius. This is like Mother Nature. What the hell are you doing? There must be a fluke somewhere. I've actually already worked in the garden and also in my summer dress. Okay, I was wearing leggings, but it wasn't necessary. It's crazy warm here. So yeah, one finished object, done. Another finished object at the end of the episode. Then, works in progress, because it's not done yet. It is my Twinkle Twinkle cardigan. Oops. Projects on the loose, people. Projects on the loose. My Twinkle Twinkle cardigan. Twinkle Twinkle. There is how it looks. Folded up. And here it is on the body of the designer. With the measurements. It is the measurements page. It is Julia Maria Hegenbaard from a Fine Motoric blogspot. And I really love it. It is so nice with the beads in there and the feel of the beads just going over it. It's like sensory ASMR or something. I can do this all day. I have to be careful not to be rubbing my chest all day long when wearing this thing. Last time I showed you, I was in the ribbing. I just started it. Why is there a needle? Take it out. I just started the ribbing. I finished the ribbing and I have a full sleeve. And this is what got me through sleeve knitting. Rainbowfy, that stitch markers. Yeah, this makes it, oh, just another repeat, just another repeat, just like self-striping. It just helped me a lot. And after that I needed about 3-ish inch, I thought, but I tried it on, and after 2 and a little bit of inch I started the ribbing, and it fits perfectly. And now the second sleeve is already over halfway done through the decreases. Are you proud of me? I sure am. What really helped was that last weekend the virtual Knit Tea retreat was on, and there were talks and social chats. But during the talks you could just mute your microphone, turn off your camera, and just relax and watch the screen for the talk and knit. So I knit most of that sleeve during the Knit Tea retreat. So this one is definitely thanks to the Knit Tea retreat. Absolutely. I'm knitting this on higher sharps, and I'm doing a magic loop for the sleeve because that's just how I roll. I don't like the shorter needles because somehow they don't fit my hands nicely, and I don't like DPNs, so magic looping it is all the way to the cuff. And this is my higher sharp. It is a 3.25 millimeter needle. If I remember correctly, I am doing the ribbing on a 3.0 millimeter needle. Yeah, it really is pretty. And after that I have to do the button bands. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna make it until the end of the month. I am anxious to wear it on my birthday, which is the 28th, so the last day of my of the month. But we'll have to wait and see. Wait and see. Oh, the yarn I'm using is Katia Concept Casual, and it's for socks and more. I've talked about it before that it is really soft, but it also breaks really easily if there's a bit of a pull in the ball of yarn, and I pull too hard, the yarn will break inside the ball instead of just come out, which is a bit annoying. What's also annoying is that there is a cat going into the litter box now. Seriously, they have a litter box upstairs. Probably not want to use it because it's been used before by another cat. I don't freaking care. So yeah, it's lovely, lovely yarn, and I'm pretty sure I will use more of it because I bought it. But it just comes with a little manual not to pull too tightly or too hard on your yarn. Just take it slowly, and if it's somewhere stuck, you really have to be gentle. And this is the ball caked up. One other thing I noticed is that there are sometimes a lot of knots in one ball. I think I had 4 knots in one ball, which definitely wasn't funny because I take out the knots and I weave in the ends. So yeah. But also used the weave in as you go method, so not too many ends in the end to weave in. Then I have another work in progress that didn't see that much progress, but it stopped progress. It was the one with the least priority on the list for finishing this month, because I wanted to finish another pair of socks, which I'll show you in the end. But here is the simple plain vanilla with a peacock eyes, eye of partridge, Jesus, words. Eye of partridge heel, and just simple sock knitting. I already have one sock finished, so this is the second sock. I'm now in the gusset decreases, so I managed enough. I think I was about here last time. Maybe I can even see it in my tension here. I think I was about here. Not sure if you can see it on the back, but there's a little bit of a dent there. Just a tiny little bit. So I think I was about there, and then did the foot, the rest of the leg and the heel flap, heel turn, and now the gusset decreases. The yarn is West Yorkshire Spinners in the Robin colorway, and I got that from the lovely Angela from Yarn and Yarns in the UK, in Penarth. And this red, that's also West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply. The needles I'm using are my go-to 2.5mm high sharps. I love high sharps because I'm a tight knitter, and yeah, not much to say about this one. It's a bit boring project, I guess. Just plain vanilla socks, but they will be pretty once they are done. And these are my next sock whip to finish, probably next month, besides doing Sock Madness. So that's the I have to cast on something new thing for next month. The project bag this is in is from Stephen and Penelope. It is a Oh Wow Amsterdam bag. Nice and bright, because we love our neons. And then I have one more whip, which is gonna be shroud. But hey, we're here for spontaneous cast-ons and everything. I'm totally fine with that. I had a very big fuck it moment. This is not a podcast where I wash my mouth with soap afterwards. I just swear when I have to. In this Vicky Bird Designs project bag is some very pretty rainbow yarn. And this is Yavel Twin. It is a, I think it was a, no, it's a virgin wool and polyamide. It feels like super soft merino, so I had to look. So pretty rainbow gradient, and they say all socks identical on each ball. So, or at least all socks, not all socks, of course. An identical color gradient on each ball. Here is my tiny start. I just managed to do some 2x2 rib, and here is my cute little stitch marker I got in the Christmas box from Cartref Yarn. It was snowing like mad in that blizzard 2 weeks ago. It was just crazy. We got 50 centimeters of snow in 2 days, and we're not used to that. And it wasn't the snow we normally have, the really wet snow that's sticky, and it was real good powder snow from like Austria and Switzerland kind of snow. So we were like, what is this? And then lots of things that I will talk about at the end just made me decide, fuck it, I need a rainbow. I need it now. I need something pretty, and I need something mindless. So that was this. But I'm gonna frog it, and I'm gonna reuse this yarn for Sock Madness, because I don't need another pair of plain vanilla socks at the moment. I have a few of those still in my pile. Maybe not a few plain vanilla, but vanilla enough. So no, this will be frogged. Again on a 2.5mm high sharp, because that's how I roll. So those were all my whips and a finished object. And we're 15 minutes in, so we're doing good. I didn't want to make this a very long episode, but I just wanted to pop in and show my face. Yeah, acquisitions. Let's just say some things happen. first of all, this book. I asked Robert, my husband, to order it for me through Amazon because he has a Prime account. I was like, oh, it will be cheaper for you. He ordered it and the order got cancelled after like 4 weeks, maybe even longer. I was like, nah, that was my birthday gift. Damn it. So I ordered it myself at a bit more local books website. And yeah, it came after a few weeks. Finally, my Knit Happy with Self-Striping yarn by Stephanie Lotven, or Teddy Bean Knits. And it is amazing, people. Let me show you the back flap. Look at that. I want to knit that one and that one. And there's another one I want to knit. Let me see if I can easily find it. There it is. Let me find it without all the pattern details. This one. Look at it. And I am so pleased that it has been shown on a fat person. And also a person of color, which is also good. I love that. There's more people of color in the book. But the fact that it has been shown on a fat body makes me confident that I want to knit it and I want to wear it. It is actually a cardigan, as you can see here. It is the sock arms cardigan. There's also the sock arms sweater. I also wanted to knit that one, but now I see it in a cardigan. I want that one even more. Probably will be knitting both in the future because I have a lot of self-striping yarn, because I love self-striping yarn. And the one on the front, there's like sections. There's no socks in here. There's mittens, there's hats, there's shawls, there's sweaters. So it's a really cool book. Let me find that one. Not that, there it is. This is the Backlit Tee. And I'm thinking of knitting this with a sock blank that has been dyed in a rainbow. So you can do the gradient or striping thing in there. And I'm not sure about the super light because I know there's a lot of dye in that sock blank. So I might go for a little bit darker shade to match it with. But I will have to figure it out. I mean, I still only have 2 hands. And so many whips and projects I want to make. So I'm really, really happy with that book. Then what I got in, and I even kept it in the wrapping paper because the wrapping paper already is amazing. Look at this. It is sparkly rainbow wrapping paper. You already got me then. Doesn't matter what's inside. Give me the paper. I'm just like a cat. I don't need the toys in the box. Just give me the box. But then again, the yarn is amazing. I'm just guessing here, by the way, that everyone got their Carolien design self-striping rainbow club of February already. Because it's been sitting here for a while. A pretty long while. So, just guessing. Otherwise, I'm sorry if I spoiled it. I know I have seen it on her Instagram. So, fingers crossed, I haven't spoiled anything. This is an 8 striping, bit of an autumnal, darker rainbow. I've seen it knit up by someone already and it is bloody gorgeous. So yeah, very happy with that. And it's a month by month subscription, so you have to sign up again every month. I definitely put my alarm for that again because never enough self-striping. And I can imagine using a skein like that for that Backlit Tee as well. I need a tiny bit more than 1 skein, so I might have to weigh my skein. So I have to pick out the one that is like 103 grams, so I have that extra bit of meterage. Then I also got my mystery sock club from December, I think think I signed up in December. Doesn't matter. I missed the new sock club, the mystery sock club by Angela from Yarn and Yarns. She does very nice sock clubs, and well, I'm very happy I got this one. It had a wonderful card, and there's always a little story on the back, which is great. The yarn is absolutely gorgeous. It is Manos del Uruguay Alegria yarn, which is a superwash merino and polyamide, and it is 405 meters in a skein, and it is so soft and squishy. And then there's also little extras, which I think is awesome, and it is a bit greenish. So the extras are green, a lint milk mint ball, which I saved because I wanted to show you, a cute little stitch marker in green, and in this green baggie too, there is a double mint and lemon verbena infusion tea, which I finally can enjoy now. And I have to keep the baggie safe because Binks actually likes to eat organza bags. Doesn't look that tasty to me. So last time I actually forgot to show you some yarn, because it happens. I have been doing the in the bag, out the bag, or in the card, out the card thing with some yarn at Undercover Otter. And I finally caved. I think it was early January or late summer, I'm not sure. That's how long this yarn has been here, because I forgot to show you. Well, just to show you, it is now here. It is wonderfully bright and shiny and lovely. It is their Schlock sock base, which is a 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, and the colorway is called Carmichael. Here you have the label, and yeah, obnoxiously bright. I'm thinking of combining it with some fluff and knitting myself another love note, but I'm still not sure. There's plenty of time. I'm very much in doubt what kind of color fluff would be nice. I have seen some golden poppy, which is a fiery bright red, from Kid Silk Haze from Rowan at Yarn and Yarns. I'm like, oh, that might be nice to tone it a little bit different and not make me look like Big Bird. I know our Big Bird is blue, but your Big Bird in the States and the UK, I think, is yellow. So then again, a big yellow fluff would be also awesome. Contemplating still. Will take a while. Like I said, never enough arms to knit. Or enough time. That's also a possibility. Then I already dropped the Sock Madness. Sock Madness is a speed knitting competition for socks, for those who don't know. And it happens every year. Sign-ups are from the 1st of February until the 28th of February, and then at the beginning of March, can be the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd. Somewhere at the start of March, the competition starts. There is a list of the yarn you will need for the patterns that will come out. The patterns are all a surprise. They come out at a certain time. You get them emailed. It usually is a surprise of the timing, so you're constantly refreshing your email at a certain point, and then the pattern drops. You print it, you get your yarn and needles, and you go as fast as you can. You have to finish the pattern within 2 weeks, and it is like the competition goes in teams, and the fastest people of the team advance to the next round, and then well, less and less people advance, and it goes in like 7 or 8 rounds. Right, this whole ramble is to say that I bought sock yarn. I definitely have an overflowing sock yarn stash, but most of it is not semi-solid. It is variegated, self-striping, self-patterning, and obnoxiously loud. I know semi-solid can be loud too, but you know what I mean. So what I got were these 3 balls, 2 balls of Regia and 1 ball of Opal in a fairly bright set of colors. I wanted to go for the neon, but they were sold out, which was like dread. But hey, I got some of what I need. You often need for colorwork socks like semi-solid with very good high contrast. Well, I think these 3 can go a very long way. I'm curious to see what will come at us. And then the shop also emailed me with a newsletter, and that's why I ordered, of course. They had some new yarn. They had Lang alpaca sock, or socks with double X. I can tell you, this for socks is like walking on clouds for sure. It is a 70% alpaca and a 30% polyamide, and I got 3 colors that I can combine for colorwork projects, or I'm not sure if they're going to do colorwork or mosaic or just striped and slipped stitches. That's always a surprise with Sock Madness, but I think it will look amazing, and I can combine these 3 as well. They're 100-gram balls, and each ball is 390 meters. And I ordered all of this at Valhalla. No, this is not sponsored. I wish it were. I had to pay it all by myself. But that's fine. I like to feed my yarn addiction. I mean, so much for going cold sheep this year. I never go cold sheep. I like my sheep warm. The yarn isn't super cheap, but it's also not super expensive. I think it's 15 euro a ball. I know this is only like 7. So it's twice as much, but seriously, I wouldn't wear this as a shawl because I am sensitive like that. This I would wear a sweater of, and I have already thought about making this a colorwork yoke, finding myself a pattern and adding another color for the main color, just by buying some simple darker brown or something to go with this, and to make myself a nice sweater with it. It will probably be super warm because alpaca, but it will also be beautiful and soft. So if Sock Madness doesn't make me use these, I am going to buy myself some extra and make it a sweater and just think whatever. And I know it's fingering. I could also combine it with something else. Oh, but then I have to do some base mixing and stuff, and I'm not the best in that. I like to keep a project one base, so I know the tension and everything. I don't have to do a double swatch because, well, that's what you get. And then the last thing is going back to the knit tea retreat again, the virtual knit tea retreat with the Nordic knitting theme. It was a lot of fun, that I want to say. And I also got a gift bag, and that gift bag contained this gorgeous bit of Carter yarn, and it is sapphire with Naturial and drag, and it is for the design that Zoë made, Zoë Carter of the Pins and Needles podcast. It is a tea cozy, and I think it looks lovely. I do have teapots that would fit that, but both of my teapots already have a tea cozy. So I'm not sure what this is going to be. I might use it for some color work and something else. We'll see. It's 70 grams, so it would also be working fine for some mittens. So yeah. And talking about the knit retreat, it is not only organized by Zoe from the Pins and Needles podcast, it is also organized by the lovely Jennie of Out About Yarn. And together they have Cartware yarn, and they also have the Knit Tea Retreat. And they have the Knit Tea Society, which is a Patreon-based society that has a Discord server and everything. And yeah, different payments thingies in Patreon, support levels. So yeah, that is what they all do. And if you want to check them out, the link is gonna be here in the show notes, in the description box here on YouTube. Right, I think I waffled a long time, and yeah, I want to say thank you to everyone who bought me a coffee in the past weeks. I totally forgot to mention that on the previous podcast, I think maybe even more than once. I really appreciate it. I have not been able to get the ring light yet because I haven't found the one I need. I have a real camera, and all the ring lights I find can only hold a phone. So really, maybe I have to do the ring light as a standalone light and not with my phone in it, but I didn't have the brain capacity to go looking for it. So yeah. This is pretty much the moment where people who do not want to hear about sad things and death say goodbye. I'm okay with that, and I will say goodbye to you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again when I will see you again. Bye bye. And to those who are still here, thank you very much for staying. I'm going to show you my final finished object from the back, because, well, it is still a secret. This is the back. I finished my design. I finished these socks last week, the day after my grandmother's funeral. Yeah, I knew this was very hard for me to record. The day after I recorded the last podcast, we were up very early, or at least Robert finally woke up from the phone. It was before 7 a.m. and my grandmother had taken a fall. She had to go to the hospital, and she broke the vertebrae in her back, her lower back, and she already has had a lot of health issues with pain and osteoporosis, so it wasn't good. The day after her fall, the blizzard came, and we couldn't even visit her in the hospital for 2 days. And on Tuesday they called us into the hospital and we had to come. There was no life or quality of life expectancy anymore. And on Thursday she went to a hospice, and on Saturday, a week after she had taken a fall, she passed away. We're still very sad. This design that I made was going to be the design for her birthday. It's still going to be published on her birthday, and the next designs I'm making will also be published on the next birthdays to come, just to remember her. Yeah, it's hard. We're very happy that she has no pain anymore, but we're also very sad. And yeah, I'm cutting out all the crying and me taking a breath to even be able to talk. So This looks a bit choppy probably in the end, but I will just save you the minutes of blubbering and staring at the screen in between. So I won't make you blubber with me too hard, because that is what I do when I see a friend or a podcaster blubber on the screen. I just blubber with them. So yeah, it's super strange. We had a very crazy week with a super hard winter and the blizzard and lots of snow, and they were ice skating, and my gran went to the hospital before that. She hasn't seen the snow. She would have been super stressed out that her street wasn't clean and the snow kept coming in. Oh my God. She didn't even notice it. And she was in the hospital and in the hospice. And when we had the funeral, it was already gone. It was just 1 week, and it was a hell week. Leia got sick the same weekend as my gran. We had to go to the vet on the second day of the blizzard, which was no fun. I mean, we are not prepared on driving on snow. We had summer tires on the car, and the Netherlands is just not prepared for snow. No, at least not that much. Leia is doing better now. She's okay. There's nothing wrong with her anymore. She just had a stomach bug. But she wasn't eating, and it was very good that we, even though we were stressed out about my gran, even noticed it. It could have been different if we hadn't noticed it. A cat can only last about 24 hours without eating and drinking, so that would have been even worse. But we noticed it, and it kept us distracted somehow. But my stress levels were through the roof, and I was like, I don't even know how I'm gonna survive this. Well, I'm still here. We survived it. And also with all the COVID regulations, my gran didn't have COVID, so we could visit her in the hospital with one person at a time. My mom could stay over and sleep with her in the same room. That was okay, so she did that just to be there in case something would happen. In the hospice, she was able to stay in a guest room, and all was good. My mom was there in the end. We were able to visit my gran every day when we wanted in the hospice, and we were just too late. We were on the way there already when she passed away. So it was very peaceful. It was really beautiful, done in the hospice. And seriously, all the kudos to hospice personnel and volunteers. It's just, yeah. Now is the mess of the aftermath, of course. My gran still lived in her own home, and we have to empty it and sell it. So that also means that there's gonna be a lot of changes in my year schedule, probably for this year for my business. And I know you are all screaming now at the screen, geez, Carolien, think about yourself and your family and not about your business. But I do, because work has to go through as well now. I'm actually dying today for the first time now, since somewhere beginning of February. It is the 25th of February now, only 3 days left. I am dying birthday confetti, so yeah. My birthday is coming up on Sunday. I thought I need some birthday confetti in the shop, so there will be 5 new skeins for it in case someone wants some. I was running very low. There's new koi pond coming into the shop. I just have to click the button and add the yarn. There's also the fade set that is available again. The fade set will be available also in singles skeins, so you don't have to buy the whole set. You can just buy the one you like or make a smaller set yourself. And yeah, but for advent calendars I have no clue if I have the energy, because emptying out a house with lots and lots of memories and emotional stuff, yeah, let's just say I'm gonna focus on that and not on an advent calendar. So we're probably not gonna do that. Or I'm gonna do the fiber advent that I planned, because that's easier. I hope. at least. Because it's a random one and it doesn't have a number system. You just grab a random little bag. Yeah. I knew it would be difficult to say those words. It was going very well until I really had to say the word funeral, so sorry for that. And I know I don't have to be sorry because, well, you all know I love my gran a lot. It's just my gran, my mom and me, and now it's just my mom and me. So the family is getting small, very small. The funeral was really nice. It would have been a very small funeral anyways, and it was just the way it would have been without COVID, except for the face masks when you walk around and the no hugging and giving hands. Yeah, beautiful flowers and even sunshine. It was super odd. The sun was shining that morning and it was just a beautiful day. So yeah, weird stuff. I think we did it the way she wanted it, and I hope she is happy wherever she is now. And at least she's out of pain, which is also a big relief for us. She was ready to go. And it wasn't the way we wanted it for her, and it wasn't the way she wanted it, but you can't influence that too much. So yeah, with that very big downer, I am going to say goodbye to you all. I do plan to come back soon. I hope to just be able to stick to my 2-week schedule. I might not have a lot to show you. Yeah, I just don't know. I have no clue what's gonna happen the next days and the next weeks. I just don't know. I know Sock Madness will be there to distract me a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go for the competition bit because I might not feel up to it, which is also okay. When I signed up on February 1st, I was like, go! I'm gonna go for it. And I want to compete. And yeah, now I'm like, it's just sock knitting, never mind. But yeah, I hope I can finish my cardigan at least. And I hope to have a nice birthday on Sunday. It will be really small. We can only have one visitor. We're still in lockdown. But that's fine. My mom's coming. It's just okay. And we're gonna eat sushi. Incredible, huge amounts of sushi. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, a sushi feast. And yeah, with that, I'm gonna say goodbye to you all so I can edit this thing. Not looking forward to that, but hey, somebody's gotta do it. And I will see you again next time. Bye bye.